Hi all and welcome to today's staff meeting. Today's Wednesday, November 12th, 2020. And our objective today is decide how we want to record students' absence on asynchronous days. Before we start, I would like to go through our recorded values again. So here we go. We'll work together as a community that values consensus rather than majority rule in a collegial and friendly atmosphere. We will be fully present in the meeting by becoming familiar with materials before we arrive and by being attentive to behaviors which affect physical and mental engagement. Each of us will take our own notes and will be responsible for getting information when we miss the meeting. We will invite and welcome the contributions of every member and listen to each other. We will be involved in our individual level of comfort. Each of us is responsible for airing disagreements during the meeting rather than carrying those disagreements outside the meeting. We will complete assigned tasks by assigned deadlines. We will keep confidential our discussions, comments, and deliberations. Okay, before we start the meeting, here's today's question. Tell us the name of the movie you probably watched the most. I will go first. The movie that I probably watched the most is Pulp Fiction. Mike, you're next. Daddy of the Lamb. Nice. Mike, pick who's next. John. The Godfather. Yeah, that's a good one. It's probably in my top 2. Pick the next. Agenda. Silence on the Lamb. That's a good one too. Okay. Next is Patricia. Dances with Wolves. That's a classic. I like that. Okay, thanks everybody. So as I mentioned, meeting's objectives is discussing the best ways to monitor student attendance. Well, as you all recall, when we moved into distance learning, we were not quite prepared. And one of those things was logging student attendance. At some point, we were pretty generous with the attendance and we marked almost 100%. But we knew that that was an issue we had to discuss for this year, and here we are. Okay, once again, our school will be switched into 2 cohorts, cohort A and cohort B. Cohort A's synchronous days is going to be Mondays and Thursdays. Cohort B will be synchronous on Tuesdays and Fridays. As we've all discussed already, we will assign our students synchronous assignments for 5 days a week. So if you recall, I sent an email earlier this week in regards to how we want to log students' attendance. So I got a few options. I want to go through them and then I want to hear your thoughts about them. I'm going to write down pros and cons, and then we will make a decision of how we want to move forward. Okay. I will not, by the way, I'm not going to mention who sent me those options. If someone wants to go forward and say that this is his or hers, that's just fine.